And hello, GSA, and welcome to this next match of our 70-star tournament between LiamKings and VoragoSR. We got LiamKings in the call for an interview, myself, Electric, and my co-commentator, Thero. But before that, a quick promo from Vi.gg. Dear Twitch chat, please come to Vi.gg. I've baked a great deal for you upon registration. Yours truly, Vi.gg.
Did you just channel your inner Peach for that?
I cannot confirm or deny this.
Not confirm or deny. Vi.gg, exclamation point bet to get that info. And yeah, there is a special promo for GSA going on right now. How you doing today, Electric?
Doing fantastic. Just got done commenting in SMO race and ready to get into some 70 star. What about you?
Hanging out, chilling out, relaxing, shooting some b-ball outside of the school, watching some SM64 Borrego jumping back into trying to get up in the entrance, getting back out of that pyramid. I'm excited for this match. LiamKings just recently PB'd. GG for that. Liam, how you doing today?
Um, I'm good. Feeling a little nervous just because it's a race setting and things are always different when you can't reset and you have to keep going despite making tons of mistakes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, you just recently PB'd by how much?
I think it was like 10 seconds or something.
10 seconds. That's a lot when you're sub 50 for sure. So, how do you feel going into this match? I know you said the nerves are kind of getting to you a little bit. What can we expect as far as routing from you today?
Um, HMC late, CCM 18, kind of the standard route, I guess, these days.
For sure. We've seen so many route variations going into this 70-star tournament. CCM 17, double pillarless. I don't know if you happened to catch Tama earlier going off in Snowman's Land, getting that wall kick off the Penguin's head to grab the star. Did you check that out?
Yeah, I did see the clip. That was pretty nuts.
It was awesome, especially in this setting. Um, but eager to get started. Any words for the viewers before we get to see this spectacular race?
Um, I don't think so. Just hopefully it's entertaining, fun to watch.
And
I'm
it
sure it
always
will be
is, for sure.
anytime
Alexa, do
we
you
see
have
a
anything
Liam
for
King's
Liam?
performance. So Liam, in case our viewers aren't aware, was the recent second place winner of the nonstop 70 star tournament by a huge upset, upsetting Lunar Jump at the intro. How have you been preparing for switching back to standard 70 star after that nonstop run?
I really didn't spend that much time practicing nonstop, so it wasn't really hard because most of my time is spent doing non-meme categories. I've been trying to do just no resets, just trying to finish runs for 70. I've probably completed 3, which is not much. Um, but yeah, my practice has mainly been just doing runs, trying to de-rust because I've been inactive for a few months now.
But we can definitely see you coming back. You had that match with Punke the other day, the triple bingo match, which you played phenomenally. Just Punke had some better choices there. Going into that losers bracket, I think you're going to be a force to be reckoned with in bingo as well as 70 star.
Yeah, hopefully. I haven't done 70 in a while, so I don't think it's that unrealistic to PB or at least come close to my PB in one of these races.
Sounds good to me. Well, good luck, sir. We wish you the best, and we're going to go ahead and get started here.
All right, thank you.
All right, Electric, going into this bout, this clash of the Titans here, LiamKings and Vorego, what do you think we're going to see? I don't know if either of these runners are going to do super risky strats or play it safe. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking they're gonna probably start with at least a little bit of swag, if I had to guess. Definitely, I'd have to go ultimately with Liam Kings as the bit of the favorite here, because I mean, his recent bouts, he's just demonstrated such skill at the game. Virago is definitely going to have a hard time keeping up as long as he plays as consistently as he has been recently.
And I can definitely see that as well. I think it's going to be a stellar matchup with these gentlemen as we're getting the final countdown from our restreamer, getting ready to start this race. Now, you still have time. I'm going to plug it one more time. Vi.gg, check him out. You know, you could pay for those Christmas presents that you're worried about now. Just put a couple of extra down. LiamKings, Vorago, this particular match, or any of the matches. They're sponsoring 3 separate tournaments. Isn't that crazy?
Absolutely. And all of these within 2018. I mean, we get this sponsorship with just a few months left in the year, and they arrange 3 tournaments simultaneously. That's commitment. And yes, I mean, Vi.gg, you're not betting against the house, remember. You're only betting against other people who are betting on these players.
Right now, we are currently in Group G, which has got some pretty awesome players in it. We've got LiamKings, the #1 seed in Group G, Triforce TK, another nonstop 70 force to be reckoned with, current nonstop 70 world record holder, Vorago, and Retro Runs in this group. This group is pretty star-studded.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's any group that you end up in a tournament like this, you're going to have some kind of fierce competition. But to see all of these big names in one group, it's definitely going to be hard for any of them really to come out clearly on top.
We're going to go ahead and get started here, heading into Bomb on Battlefield. This is kind of where it starts to get saucy, to see if these runners decide if they would like to go ahead and go for Island Hop. LiamKings falling behind just a little bit currently, heading up. Both gentlemen electing to do Bomb Clip to start us off.
Yeah, pretty smart move here. I mean, Island Hop, although it does save a bit of time, it's so risky. And in an environment like this where you got those nerves playing on you, it's not something that you really want to deal with. But both of them getting a very clean bomb clip. Going to go ahead and move into Womp's Fortress, and we're going to see some major damage to Cannonless, Owlless, and all these other just ridiculous strats. But it looks like both of them actually going for the secret slide first.
Now, what is your pick for the times as these gentlemen start to sync up here?
For LiamKings, I'll have to go with my gut says 12-8, and for Vorago, 12-7. Chat, post your guesses. And Thera, what about you?
I'd say 12-7 from Vorago and a 12-6 from LiamKings. Let's see.
Looks like a bit of a late dive. 12-8 for Vorago.
Or both.
Oh, commentator realizing there was a small smudge on the script for Vorago. That should have read 12-8.
Right, I see. Backtracking for sure. Heading into Womp's Fortress now. This is where most of the runs are going to end up dying. Whenever you're running on your own, on your home turf, your home stream, a lot of these runs die right here in Womp's Fortress. Interesting. Normally, folks will start out with the 100 coin because it is risky. In this race setting, that's not necessarily true with both runners. Looks like LiamKings heading in for that 100 coin, but Vorago deciding to go ahead and get that set up for Cannonless executed perfectly.
Yeah, very nice. A bit slow since he did sock folder, but I mean, hey, for a race, you want to play it safe there. And texture setup can just sometimes be unreliable. And I mean, you said this is where a lot of runs come to die. It's so true. There's so much packed within this one stage. You have the near pixel perfect Cannonless. You have Owlless. You have this just ridiculous 100 coin route that is extremely unforgiving. I mean, there's so much just packed into one tiny little island in the sky.
LiamKings struggling with that last red coin, spawning that star. He is going to have to go back up to the ramp to grab at least 4 of these coins to spawn the 100 coin star. Just as Vorago finished up Owlless.
Yeah, very clean Owlless from Vorago. That was, I mean, we've seen some guys that need to take 4 or 5 tries. Vorago just says, nope, first try.
Alrighty, heading back in now. Vorago taking his chances here on the 100 coin. That jump there up to the second platform is definitely difficult when you're starting out, but once that muscle memory kicks in, fairly easy to flick that stick around and get the double jump, getting up top. LiamKings knocking out that Alice as Vorago's chugging away on this 100 coin.
You have extremely clean execution so far. I don't think he's actually going to have to go for that line at the end. Or I think he'll just have to go for
He will.
one.
He'll have to go for one. There are 8 coins in this little ring here, so he's actually going to have to go for 2.
Commentator not exactly realizing how numbers work today. And LiamKings with a nice cannonless. I believe that was actually texture setup. Yeah. As I was saying earlier, it can be unreliable, but if you really have that good eye and you're playing on a very familiar screen, it can definitely do you some favors.
As we saw in our last match earlier today, muscle memory comes into play. However, it's a battle of the minds, a battle of attrition for sure, as the runners get into their own heads with any mistakes that they make. We already know that these runners are going to make a mistake somewhere, you know, whether it be tiny or whether it be huge. It's all about recovery and getting your head back in the game and not dwelling on that mistake.
Exactly. I mean, mistakes are inevitable. It's all about that recovery. Just that ability to keep your brain out of that blender.
LiamKings heading up top, Big Daddy Womp.
So we've confirmed that this is not King Womp, but
Right.
I'm definitely in agreement about the daddy. But where is the mother Womp? Because there are Womp children.
Well, maybe the fortress itself is the Mother Womp, kind of like how we have Mother Earth. See?
Valuable theory.
Having to do a little speed kick to get over to that star.
That's... I can believe it. I don't have much trouble with that.
Now, if you pay attention to LiamKings here, I love this movement heading up to the top to grab that star. Electing to go ahead and do that triple jump dive. Gonna see a side flip here and nabbing the star to finish up.
Just such clean movement, and just like that, he's actually surpassed Vorago just a little bit.
We're gonna see Liam heading upstairs, bonking a little bit, losing a couple of seconds there, heading right back up, doing the slide. I'm gonna estimate a 12.7. He learned from his mistakes, that 1/10 of a second here. I think we're gonna see a 12.7 out of Liam. What do you call for Vorago?
You know, I may actually have to go for a 12.9, especially he took that same exact bonk trying to exit Womp's Fortress. Liam with that cleaner dive this time. I'm thinking that 12... Oh! Liam getting the 12.9
from Liam.
I'll have to change my bet to 12.7 for Vorago then.
Are we doing a flip-flop here? 12.9 as well, equaled across the board for both of these runners.
Now, there's something you honestly don't see every day, and also commentator just neglecting to look down at the script. Just such a shameful performance.
LiamKings.
Nice twins.
Grabbing those twins, having to fight that lag reduction going into wing cap. Vorago not having to worry about that as much.
Exactly, but I mean, just the arcs that you take in this wing cap stage are so vital to the year-end speed. I mean, it's really surprising how much finesse there is to the flying in Mario 64.
It is, and it's very finicky as well. Getting that text box, not quite grabbing the star. Gonna lose a little bit of time there as LiamKings is heading into the dark, dark world. Anything can happen here. We know that towards the end of the run, that last coin, missing that rollout will cost you a considerable amount of time. Let's see what cycle Liam's going for.
Definitely on good pace so far. Vorago entering himself.
Looks like he's probably just going to go for a shig here.
Smart move from him. I mean, in a race setting, I don't know that Zaya would necessarily be worth it.
Unless you are, of course, Zaya.
That's true.
Oh, getting amped there.
Gonna have to go for, let's see what he ends up getting out of that.
Good recovery on that angle. Got a bad angle for the long jump across, but was able to recover fairly quickly as we go to Vorago here. Heading up, electing to do that cheese block first, going for more of a normal type cycle.
But it works for him. bit cleaner on his movement, definitely making up a little bit of time to Liam here.
As we wrap up the Dark World, hitboxes for these bombs are amazing. The key is to get that speed on the spins and hurl Bowser towards the bomb. You don't want to go too fast because Bowser will fly in the air, get that hang time, and waste a little bit of time.
Exactly. But both of our guys getting that first bomb hit very handily. And I mean, like you said, it's like they're proximity mines rather than just contact bombs. They have
Sure.
such a wide range.
Sky jump incoming for LiamKings. Gonna gain some flight here. Really finicky. You know, I'm sure you spent time playing around with the wing cap. The flight in this game is definitely different. So trying to do these flight stars quickly is the key. Figuring out what that optimization is.
And sometimes the arcs just aren't super intuitive. Missing that ground pound, gonna have to re-break that box, unfortunately, while Vorago goes for his sky jump. But like I said earlier, it requires so much finesse in order to navigate Mario properly, because you can't just do like straight movement or just pure arcs. You have to really just have a very fine control over the exact angle at all times.
Vorago's movement was a little bit better going into sky jump, getting that quick break on the box with the kick. Headed straight up, had a lot of air time, was able to ground pound immediately in the box as soon as LiamKings is heading into that cool mountain.
Yep, and we'll see. Let's see if wall kicks work for Liam today. Opting for a little bit of
Ooh! A bonk right there at the end.
And I was about to say an easier setup. Ooh!
Missing the backup. He kind of went for it, had an odd camera angle for the backup, electing at the end, he was further down the ramp to do the typical beginner backup there.
Yeah,
Vorago not having an issue. Wall kicks working for him today. That's going to lessen this gap between these two runners.
It's really one player exiting a painting while the other enters at this point. Liam, though, with a nice penguin slide to return the penguin to his mama. Meanwhile, Vorago actually going for CCM 100 coin now instead of going ahead and doing that penguin star.
So we'll most likely see a CCM 17 out of Vorago. We do know from the pre-race interview that LiamKings is going to do the more traditional CCM 18 HMC late route. Now it is less risky here to get this 100 coin, but then you're having to go back in SSL and most likely doing pillarless twice, which is a lot more risky.
Yep, but ultimately it depends on really just which one you're more comfortable with, because some of these players, I mean, they can get pillarless in their sleep. Vorago missing those couple of coins on purpose to end up with that nice, cool 99 at the end.
Now here, all you have to do is grab that red coin. So 98.99, you're good to go. Don't have to get any additional coins. As LiamKings channeling that Michael Jackson to get that nice moonwalk to the door.
Vorago having a little bit of an issue with that red coin on his first jump. What were you going to say? Sorry.
And that's the thing with getting that red coin by that tree. You're going to have to jump a little bit higher. LiamKings grabbing that safety red just in case. About to have to race this penguin. Having trouble executing the teleport.
The zone can definitely be a little finicky. And I mean, you don't want to get too close to the edge of that bridge because, I mean, obviously falling off, huge time loss. And
LiamKings. Go ahead.
Oh, it takes a couple of seconds of total stillness in order for the teleporter to actually activate. So you got to waste all that time waiting just to see if you got it or not. Definitely a little bit of a pain at times.
LiamKings has to be careful up here. If he doesn't have enough speed, that penguin will catch up and body him off the side. 85 coins is perfect. Gonna put the star right at the end of the ramp. A quick flip around and a long jump. Now you have to be careful. The penguin will push you off the side during that long jump, and you will lose a considerable amount of time. As Vorago's heading into BBH. Now, what we need to know about this, Vorago looks like he's in the lead right now. However, he is one star short of what LiamKings has. So we're going to see these routes converge a little later on.
Yeah, a little bit past Fire Seer, so if I remember properly.
Already, LiamKings making his way to Big Boo's haunt. Even though I did copyright Big Boo's house, that we're going to change it to later. I just haven't told anyone.
You're hiding it for this stream specifically?
This stream specifically.
I mean, that's the strategy I'd use ultimately.
I love this side flip wall kick into a dive. It's so satisfying to do, and it's so much easier than kind of the beginner strat, which is more of a triple jump to try to get up there to the left.
Just such beautiful movement throughout this house. I mean, it really has kind of an interesting feel compared to a lot of the other levels. Most of the other levels are completely outdoors or just have this big open space, but Big Boo's Haunt has that house just kind of closed in, a bit claustrophobic, but it gives you a lot of room to do some pretty neat movement.
I do enjoy the course. Most runners tend to have issues specifically with the camera and how the camera is more fixed than any of the other courses that are out there. But I definitely enjoy it. LiamKings heading back in for his second bite at Big Boo's haunt. As Vorago's heading down to grab Mips, see if he's going to do that swag grab. Nope, he's going to elect for the dive as LiamKings is finishing up BBH.
And a nice first try grab there. We'll see how exactly he does going into the basement levels, because these, especially Lethal Lava,
interesting.
Break.
Electing to completely skip Shifting Sandland, maybe because it was right there. A little bit of a route variance here from Vorago as well.
No doubt about that. He may even, we've seen a couple of guys go for SSL late. Very nice log rolling star.
I don't know if you noticed what he did there. He attempted to go for the clip on the top of the fence, which is a little bit faster, but elected to get that bonk back into the star as a backup.
Yeah, it can definitely be a hard clip to make. And I mean, either way, though, it's a lot easier than that triple jump wall kick that some other runners opt to use.
LiamKings going for this pillarless here.
Nice bomb grab, looks like.
Getting caught up on that box, but got a great angle going up. And the box. Oh. He took out that box for good measure. Unfortunately, it spawns back when he goes back in the level.
Yep, definitely an unfortunate way to end that pillarless attempt. I mean, that was beautifully executed all the way past those dunes. I mean, it's really sad to see an attempt die like that, but fortunately, that nice, convenient backup right below the top of the pyramid. Ooh, and Vorago missing a red, having to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop.
Very few mistakes coming from both of our runners today. LiamKings having a little issue getting up to that last ground pound.
And a very nice grab on that top star. It looks like he did a little bit of a rail grind with Mario, forgetting that he is not playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Vorago heading over to go play with the little bullies. Let's see if he can get that triple executed.
Ooh, actually falling off with the first one, trying to express some sympathy with their plight, but I mean, it's not for the best.
He gets the glitch. He's got to go back for the regular bully. So what happens is if you happen to fall in with a bully, there's a glitch that happens sometimes where the bully doesn't die. He just kind of sits there alive. And you can't spawn either the star or that big bully. Amazing.
Wow, I definitely have not seen that one before.
That's gonna be a time loss because there's nothing you can do about it. You have to back up to another star. That bully's just gonna hang out, swimming in the lava, glitching out.
I mean, it's his home environment. I don't blame him. And I mean, Vorago, as we could see, definitely flustered by that mistake. Struggling a little bit to find that backup, but let's see if attempt number 2 goes well. Let's see if these youths are reformed and ready to be constructive members of society.
Gonna try again, backflipping instead of getting the ground pound there, getting bullied off, getting bodied, able to knock one of them in, lining them up to try to fix what he has done as LiamKings is wrapping up his red coins here.
And a synchronized painting exit, both of them with similar numbers of stars, but as we know, LiamKings, already having gone through SSL, doesn't have to worry about that again, but man, this sync. And of course, they're both going for the same
Beautiful.
next star.
Wow, look at this.
That is
Synced all the
amazing.
way to the bully. I think, to be
Even
honest,
taking
that's
the
not
same
sync.
vault.
That's not sync. We had an issue with our restream where it was listed on both sides. We're gonna get Vorago back up here in just a moment. I was thinking it was kind of strange because Vorago was working on
The triple bully star.
the bullies, and when he popped out, it said the red coins. So
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't snap to that. You're right. That should have been obvious.
so LiamKings heading over to tackle these bullies himself now. I was like, man, that's incredible sync. That's ridiculous. Getting
Ooh,
that
nice.
triple.
Doesn't have to worry about the bully glitch. Doesn't have any of the time loss Vorago had to experience there. Just beautiful. I mean, he is truly the troubled youth whisperer, it seems.
Apparently. All right, we're back up with Vorago here, heading into HMC. Stream is back up and live. Triple box jump incoming.
Very nicely executed. Having to, missing the ground pound on the star, having to go back
If you
just
notice,
a little bit.
He played it safe there. So on that triple box jump, if you hold forward too much to try to hit that star, you will hit the kill zone. So if you notice, he was back further from the star, so it was going to cost him a couple of seconds to grab the star, but you don't risk hitting that kill zone.
Exactly. I mean, it's falling through that mostly darkness. It's definitely hard to pinpoint exactly where you need to adjust. Getting some pretty interesting boulder RNG, but he is definitely watching for those rolling rocks today.
Alrighty.
LiamKings hot-footing it into the volcano. Let's see how he goes ahead and takes this last star on. He's got the elevator star. Lava boost. Clean, clean, clean.
Now, interesting enough, he did not go for the grabbing the bottom of the pole, which you see in nonstop, and I'm kind of surprised being the second place nonstop 70 champ here on GSA, not grabbing that. It is a little bit risky because you have to stop your momentum before you fly off the end, but playing it safe, I think he knows a little something maybe that we don't.
Yeah, I would definitely say that he's probably playing at least somewhat safe. I mean, you can't say he's playing safe when he's doing lava boost, but
Right.
he's playing somewhat safe with some of the more risky stuff that he knows won't gain him more than a second or two.
Vorago messing up there, trying to catch the elevator as a backup. Not able to. Losing a little bit of time here as LiamKings heads in to grab those chests in Dire Docks.
Ooh, having to circle back around for... Oh, wait, never mind.
Misses the switch, gonna have to back up. Hit that switch one more time. Not executing that Christmas Miracle Star, but desperately trying to catch back up.
Yep, while LiamKings finishes up his chests, 1-star advantage, and he's got a few more to go in Dire Docks. Or, as I prefer to call it, Death and Destruction's Domain.
Death and Destruction's Domain. Are you copywriting that term too?
Well, I do have the paperwork sitting on my desk, so, as long as you don't beat me to submitting it.
Possible legal action here between the commentators. We'll see by the end of the run. Vorago's leaving HMC, headed up stairs, looking at LiamKings, looking like he's going to set up for the normal right side sub.
Yep, smart play. I mean, front sub does save a bit of time, but if you miss it, you just lose all of it and more. And he's playing on OG hardware, so the lag would hit him even more.
Oh, yeah. We have seen multiple front sub, side sub, back sub, left sub, up sub, down sub, any kind of subs that you can think of in this tournament. Going back through right now, Vorago knocking out those chests just as LiamKings is going to tackle this Manta. Speaking of tackling, be sure to check out vi.gg if you'd like to bet on any of these tournament races. Special offer specifically for GSA folks, vi.gg/GSA or !bet, or click the link down in the panels right below this stream. Lots of nonstop great action coming from GSA over this next couple of weeks, bringing you the Christmas presents of speedrunning, so to say, with Super Metroid, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 64, even sprinkling in a little bit of Double Dash going in there. Check it out, ! Schedule to bring up that schedule. Something for everybody. Family-friendly entertainment for sure.
Exactly. And I mean, we've seen so many just super exciting races, even races that need to be retimed. We've seen them multiple times. And LiamKings actually missing out on early Ellie's, looks like, by failing to grab the red coin in the corner in that box. But Vorago falling off the sub entirely.
He
Let's
can
see
make
if
it.
Liam...
Oh,
Ooh,
barely missing that ledge grab. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, nice attempt at a recovery, but ultimately just couldn't get it to land. And failing. Okay, let's see. Pretty easy. Okay, it would be easy to get back up there, but I mean, if he fell another time, that's definitely giving Vorago a lot of room to catch up.
Getting the
Unfortunately,
burn.
has to take that burn.
Let's see if he can execute this good ending here. Alrighty. Almost dying there. That would be a huge time loss for Liam.
Yeah,
Gonna take it
especially
easy.
not having collected that star yet. Let's just hope he doesn't make any mistakes for the Bowser fight.
Going into this Bowser fight, Bowser number 2. Now, if you throw Bowser off the side, you're looking at a considerable time loss. He's going to be incredibly careful here. Any small touch of Bowser will kill him. Doing that speed kick to make sure that he had a lot of room behind Bowser, getting the throw off, and he's going to pull it off as we go over to Vorago.
On track for early LEs at the moment. Let's see if he can keep that up. He's already ahead of where Liam was at this point. Very nice movement in those camera changes. I think he's pretty well got it. And let's see. Tiny stream issue, but that's okay. I believe there was actually a bit of resyncing going on, and missing that red coin by just a hair.
The red coin. Showing his frustration with the jumps up the elevator, grabbing that red coin, just as LiamKings is headed up into Wet Dry World, which is my favorite course by far.
Really?
Oh, I love Wet Dry World.
I can definitely see it. It's an amazing course, and when you find out about the water level from the painting, you just mess around with it so much as a kid. You figure out where to backflip from to get the super high water. And it's really amazing how much the stage changes just by adjusting that water level.
Oh, for sure. LiamKings missing that triple jump wall kick to get up there. A little bit of a time save. Having trouble with these wall kicks. Kind of a different angle. Let's see if he can pull it off. He was. Interesting angle going up.
No kidding. I mean, you definitely don't want to get stuck too far behind that elevator, but luckily he made that mistake quickly enough that he was able to also recover quickly. Meanwhile, Vorago with a nice single hit on Bowser.
I love that long jump across. Gonna execute triple jump wall kick again. Was able to get it this time. Heading up for that top of the town star.
Just beautiful execution right now. Definitely making up a bit for that elevator flub. Oh, and Vorago just cannot go back into Fire Sea, it seems.
Widening the gap, LiamKings does have a lead now, but we've seen throughout this tournament that can change at any moment. Being upstairs and in Tippy, the nerves start setting in around TTM and Snowman's Land. We were really surprised to see Tama execute that amazing Snowman's Head, which I believe was in the TAS 120 as well. But showing that swag. Let's see what these guys have to offer here upstairs. Ooh, missing the kick.
Nice little secrets going from Liam, though.
having to go back and get that coin. See if this spider's going to cooperate or run away to the wall. Looks like he's going to run away. Hopefully he can get back in time. Going to lose just a little bit of time due to RNG there as LiamKings spawns that last secret star.
Now going for his last 15.
Yep, that's all he needs. Chuck in the chuck ya.
You know, I wonder how many people never realized that you could chuck the chuck ya.
I don't know, I always avoided them.
Same here, buddy, same here. Now, the real question is, how much chuck could a chuck ya chuck if a chuck ya could chuck?
I think I just got confused there a little bit.
How much chuck could a chuck ya chuck if a chuck ya could chuck?
Chad, maybe you can answer that question, because right now, Restreamer and CoCom at a loss for words, not really sure how to answer.
Commentator
Oh!
with the...
Vorago missing the rollout there.
That's gonna cost him. I mean, jeez, he cannot afford to keep making these mistakes.
I mean, an excellent, very quick backup, but he lost a good 10 to 15 seconds there.
And yeah, meanwhile, Liam's just gonna go ahead and stroll on out of there. I mean, he just keeps letting himself get a little bit more and more behind.
Hits that switch by accident.
It almost looked like he went back for it. It was kind of strange. I think he just accidentally overstepped when he went for the coins, but the way that he did it, it almost looked like he intentionally hit the switch. Liam with a superb secrets. Let's see if he can close it off well. Not even needing to worry about the quick get up. He just lands right on, squishes Mario, but that's okay. He's flexible.
This is what I was talking about earlier, getting in your own head as a runner. We're seeing some of these smaller mistakes kind of grow. We know that the nerves set in, especially getting here upstairs, thinking about Tippy. The cooler minds will always prevail for sure. LiamKings on a good run right now, feeling good, coming off of that PB by about 10 seconds. Less than 19 hours ago, so...
I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it. In every race I've ever calmed for Liam, I mean, he's always gone in fairly calm. He acknowledges his nerves, but, you know, once he starts feeling himself, he really performs well under this pressure.
Channeling that inner Beyonce, feeling himself for sure. LiamKings heading back into THI.
Superb right now. I mean, you couldn't ask for better execution for THI in the middle of a run like this.
I love that skip to get over the top. It takes forever to go around the mountain. The camera is really finicky on the plank where the 5 coins are. So I love this skip. It's super satisfying.
Yes, exactly. I mean, all the little clips in this game, like the tall mountain clip, they just all look so nice. Boat clip is another one down in JRB, which we unfortunately don't see in 70.
Not having to give the 1-2 punch to the face to Toad to get that star out of him. Just talking to him man to man. Or man to Toad.
Vorago taking a bonk there. And, you know, I definitely join in that confusion. Not sure what exact gender Toad would identify as. Or, I mean, if Toads even see the need for gender. Commentators getting into the gender politics of the Toad race.
Look at this. This red coin through the maze. Spectacular. Flawless execution.
It's just like gymnastics almost. I mean, it's just beautiful. Beautiful movement.
Getting a word from the restreamer, making a valid point. There is Toadette. So it definitely is possible.
But what if Toadette just likes the color pink?
Maybe. We're answering questions here in 2018 with GSA. LiamKings getting that clip straight away. Now this wall kick here is super scary. Along with this triple jump, it's not something that's easily executed. Ground pounding instead of long jumping, gonna go with the backup to get the star up top.
Yeah, a couple of flubs here and there, but I mean, not falling down the mountain, that's definitely good on a star like that. And with the log kick, I believe only 2 or 3 of the frames will actually work. I believe if you get a late wall kick, it actually will not work.
Vorago's finishing up. Just as we're getting another wall kick, headed straight up, gonna retry this long jump straight across. A little bit low, but was able to back it up with that wall kick and ledge grab.
Exactly. I mean, it's in a race like this, as I've said 100 times, it's all about the backups, and definitely pulling that off really well.
It's all about the backups, No treble. Speaking a little bit of trouble, LiamKings overshooting that box just a little bit to grab the box. Good backup. Doing a kick over the box to back up.
Vorago getting over that log kick anxiety. Very nice log wall kick there. And he's actually going to be going, ooh, that nice side flip into a dive, going for that star Liam had a bit of trouble with ease and poise.
Super comfy.
Liam going ahead and picking up that slide star. You know, I am definitely a little sad we never see the star in 70 star. Or I'm sorry, the slide in 70 star, the mountain slide.
Well, we could come up with that electric route that adds that star. That's a possibility. I don't know. TTM 100, kind of slow.
Yeah, I mean, we could somehow figure out some way to, let's see, skip.
So then we could actually call it
first to go.
The electric slide. You see what I did there?
Oh man, commentator moving on up into a career in stand-up comedy.
Ayo.
I mean, wow, that joke. Or how about the slide route 2, electric boogaloo?
Ooh. Woogie woogie woogie. LiamKings heading over, going for that blind ground pound, missing, having to recorrect, grabbing that star.
Still, I mean, not ending up in the water, that's clean enough execution for a race like this. And I'm sure he realizes that he's a decent amount ahead. I mean, he doesn't need to go for super, super risky stuff. He just really needs to take his time carefully and just finish out this race as strongly as he can.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Absolutely.
Didn't like his approach there. Going for that triple into grabbing the deep freeze.
Vorago with the slightly safer box strats, but both of them getting it really handily. And I mean, yeah, that in the freeze, it takes so long to just develop that rhythm to get in there every single time.
Oh yeah, for sure. My most favorite satisfying star right here, knocking that bully off, making him do the remix into the ice. That melts him but doesn't melt you.
Very interesting how that works. Super cold water melts ice. I believe that some developers may have needed a crash course in chemistry.
Quite possibly.
Going ahead and going into HMC late now. Let's see how he handles it. And remember, Vorago did lose a fair chunk of time down here. Missing that elevator, having to wait for it to go back up. Missing Christmas Miracle. Liam definitely has time to even further overtake this lead.
Liam grabbing MIPS for the second time here. Going for that safety dive now on US. How it is, the first MIPS is slower. The second MIPS is almost exact to the Japanese version too.
Yup, and I mean, if you miss that grab, he just hops all around that basement with no sense of remorse. Just a completely conscienceless rabbit, honestly.
Well, have you ever looked at his face when you pick him up? I'm pretty sure he is unconscious.
This is very true. Definitely does not look like the family-friendly rabbit we've all come to expect. LiamKings, let's see, going for triple box jump first. Avoiding that kill plane handily, and he makes that early dive to land right in the star. Very clean already over Vorago.
LiamKings playing very confident. You know, getting that PB definitely helps for sure. Securing this lead, trying to put those last nails in the coffin. before we get up to Tippy. We know that Tippy is the game changer. One false move and you're done. So let's take a look and see.
Right.
A lot of runners love HMC late just because it's almost that calm before the storm, you know, an easier stage before heading into Tippy, not having to worry about crazy wall jumps and things that you see. You knocked out Snowman's Land. Upstairs is done. All you got to do is head right back upstairs to Tippy.
Exactly. And I mean, a lot of these, you know, once you get all the practice down, they're familiar territory. Triple box jump becomes familiar territory for a lot of runners. Liam narrowly avoiding sliding down into that void. He fortunately did not gaze long
Christmas
into the
miracle.
abyss. And a nice switch press on that first landing. He is definitely overtaking Vorago's HMC by a mile.
Meanwhile, in Snowman's Land, Vorago getting that blind ground pound.
Let's see here. Liam going for the watch for Rolling Rockstar. Let's see how the RNG treats him here.
It's going to be forever known as the Toast Rider. Oh, there's one dodge. Only one, so not too bad. RNG, for sure.
Definitely better than Toast Rider Cycle, that is for sure. That was some of the most unbelievable RNG I have ever seen in my life.
Now, what's interesting, Vorago's going back downstairs. Now, we did notice that he did not do Shifting Sandland early. I don't know if that's what he's doing now.
I believe it is. He's taking after some of the... I know one of the non-stop runners did that. Ooh, not able to get that punch grab. Having to go ahead and direct him into the SSL area. Let's hope he can... Okay, getting that grab there as LiamKings goes ahead and goes into Rainbow Ride. Yeah, I forget which runner it was, but one of the non-stop runners also did SSL late. It was just kind of a... I don't know. It was a bit of an oddity, but it worked out for him really well.
Going for Lakitu bounce.
Very nice. That
you can't relax here. A lot of runners make the mistake of relaxing, getting excited. They got Lakitu bounce. LiamKings doing that very nice double jump up top to grab that cruiser star, just as Vorago in SSL wrapping it up.
Yep, and I mean it's like you said, you're really only a third of the way through the star, if that, when getting Lakitu bounce. Is it hard? Yeah, the manipulation is really precise, but ultimately the rest of the movement is still pretty precise. When you really just take a moment to look at those platforms, the gaps between them, the height differences, I mean, it's rough.
It is, for sure. Getting these red coins.
Yeah, getting a bit of a momentum stop there, but that's okay. Ultimately, nice finish to his red coins.
I do love the wall kick. That's one of the few times you really want that wall kick to give you the negative momentum to just back into grabbing the next red coin. Pretty awesome.
Ooh, and Vorago taking a death while attempting Pillarless, having a nice angle, but just could not commit. Man, that is a rough death to take, especially after getting that bomb successfully like that. Jeez. Ooh, and the second one exploding. Having to go instead for the, what is it? Not top of the pyramid star. Secrets.
Going right now, having to activate those pillars just to get the top open. Flexing the... Oh, and he takes another dive.
Jeez,
wow.
This is a rough Shifting Sandland for Vorago, or as we discussed before the stream, Shigeru's Shady Level. Just now filled with so much hurt.
Vorago missing in the beginning, grabbing the top of the pyramid star. Gonna go for another try here.
And Pillarless finally seems to be working for him. Nice angle. Okay. At least he was able to get one to work. Let's see if he takes that confidence into another attempt.
LiamKings really not sure if running away. I don't know either. You know, LiamKings running away with this lead right now. Very deliberate movement. I'm not sure if he's watching the stream or not, but definitely feeling it for sure. Getting a little bit of a wall kick there, but nothing he can't shake a stick at. Grabbing the star.
Just absolutely. I mean, he blazed through Rainbow Ride like it was nothing. And I mean, he, like you said, such deliberate, careful movement. He really looks like a squirrel at this point, a red Italian squirrel.
A red Italian plumber squirrel. Don't forget about his occupation. I don't know if I'd call him to work on my house, though.
It seems like he spends a little bit too much time jumping in and out of the pipes rather than actually cleaning them.
That's fair. LiamKings grabbing those red coins. I don't believe that we've seen a TTC 100 out of LiamKings.
I don't believe so either. Now, the route he took, I think he might... No, he's not able to skip it. Because I believe when he started TTC, he was at 62 stars.
So Vorago getting a bonk. It's just not working out for him today. Heading into Rainbow Ride at 45-24.
Having to get literally double the number of stars that Liam has to grab.
And
he's taking a death on Rainbow Ride. No! 3 deaths now in the span of just a few minutes. This has got to hurt at this point. And
runners
I
get
mean,
comfortable. That's what it is. They get comfortable with this triple jump right here at the beginning. And he falls again.
Wall kick. He just cannot get his start in Rainbow Ride. Oh, he's just conceding this lead to Liam at this point. Liam not liking exactly how he was approaching to get a hand star. Gonna go ahead and opt for the outtime the pendulums. Okay, Vorago finally getting that wall kick. Attempting like a 2 bounce. Let's see if he manages to get it. Okay, so ultimately, you know, the 2 deaths disheartening, but he got what he came here for. Let's see if he can commit and close this star out. The world watches with bated breath. And he gets that cruiser star handily as LiamKings grabs Giddy Hand. So, I mean, jeez, 2 deaths for that 1 star. Definitely cannot feel good right now for Vorago.
Not at all. Liam's going to have to make some major mistakes here in TikTok Clock.
Oh yeah, he saved, looks like, TTC 100 for last. He's going to have to take a death at the end.
Missing.
Vorago just...
He missed the wall kick there to get up for the red coins. Not liking his approach. Having trouble here.
He just cannot seem to get in the prime position for that red coin. Finally has a bit of a out-of-the-way method of doing it, but man, it's just all falling apart for Vorago at the end of this run.
Alrighty, Liam wrapping up his 100 coin here.
You know, it's definitely do or die time. We want to just make sure no invis walls, no wonky movement. I mean, he's got this in the bag as long as he can execute. That's the biggest thing.
Getting up to this womp up top is kind of a discussion amongst itself. I'm interested to see how Liam is going to get up here. Wall kicking back and forth to get up top. Very nice. I know the beginner strat is to actually come out front, do a triple jump wall kick onto the moving platform that's right in front of the womp there. Grabbing this Toad Star and heading up to see Bowser for the 3rd time.
And meanwhile, Vorago still in reset ride. He's really going to have to pick up the pace, and Liam is going to have to drop the ball in so many profound ways. He's even going to have to start playing a new sport just to drop its ball in order for Vorago to really have a meaningful chance to catch up in this race. But he is not out yet. We've seen it happen before.
Starting out in bits, 48-35. He would need a super fast bits here to get sub 50. I'm looking at probably a mid 50 here. Maybe even a later 50.
Yeah, ultimately, I'm having to agree with the mid 50. Somewhere probably around mid 40. Yeah, as in like a mid 50-40.
Going up left side, making it look easy.
Nice, safe movement, especially compared to right side. Ooh, having a little bit of trouble on these rotating platforms, but ultimately overcomes. Goombas choose to be nice to him, and he enters this final battle. So It's coming down to throws for him. We'll see if he gets 3 for 3 or if it takes him a mill.
Vorago working on his 100 coin, struggling a little bit on this wall kick here, just as LiamKings hits his first throw.
It just continually ends up with these little bobbles that keep costing him so much time. LiamKings going ahead and getting 2 very nice hits. Then the third hit, the deal is sealed. Now, you were right with the mid 50. He's definitely coming out of this probably with a 50-11. No. 58.
There you go. 50.07.82. Solid performance from
No
Liam.
doubt.
Let's see if we can get him in on this call. Very solid performance as Vorago is hanging out in TikTok clock. Liam, excellent run. Not quite a PB, but pretty much PB pace a lot of that run. How do you feel?
It's a pretty disappointing race time, to be honest. There were like definitely some good parts. I got a gold in THI, but for the most part, that was pretty bad.
Commentators, when we were hanging out watching between you and your opponent here, we almost blinked and THI was done. So GG on that gold and GG on the win as well. Not a whole lot of mistakes, very minor things throughout the route. Is there anything that you feel that you could have done significantly better? Any course that you really like, I didn't like that at all?
Yeah, like I got a pretty good beginning. I think I got like sub 10 Dark World, which isn't bad for a race. And then I'd lose like 20 seconds in CCM, which I was not expecting at all.
Yes.
And that kind of, I guess I was like a little bit tilted, and like pretty much the entirety of basement was really bad. I think that's where I lost the most time, and then Fire Sea was horrendous.
Because we saw that getting the bonk right there on wall kicks will work. Trying for the backup, it looked like a weird angle going into it. Then once you reset, going for that basic strat of getting up there, you were fine. But what went wrong with that wall kicks will work?
I'm pretty sure I hit the invis wall, and there's not, I mean, there's probably a way to avoid it, but when it happens, you just have to back it up quickly, and I couldn't back it up quickly.
Well, we're going to have you hang out in the call as Vorago's finishing up here in TikTok clock. GG to you, sir. Kind of put the whooping on him today, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I can do better next time. I think my next race is versus Triforce TK.
Triforce TK. So it's kind of the clash of the titans there. Triforce TK being the current world record holder in 70-star nonstop. How do you feel about going into that?
I know he's been playing a lot, like definitely a lot more than me, so he'll probably be more consistent. I don't know if a time like this would be good enough. I don't know like how he's been doing in those no resets, but I mean, if I play similarly to how I did today, I don't think it'll be like too bad. I think I'll have a good shot.
I definitely have to agree. Electric, anything for Liam before we head back to watching the end of Vorago's run?
Just the quick, obvious. When did you really internalize, like, I'm really far ahead. This is probably in my court. And what strategy were you taking? Were you trying to play it a little safe? Were you trying to just go ahead and show off a bit? I mean, what was running through your head in the back half of this race?
I wasn't watching the stream, so I didn't know how far ahead I was. I was watching my best possible time, though, which was like 49 until TTC, so I figured I was probably ahead because I think Vorago's PB is like 51 or something.
Yes.
The only thing I didn't do that I would normally do is breezeless, because I've been failing that a lot, so I just decided to take the breeze. But other than that, I just played how I normally would in runs, not like flashy or like too safe, just kind of like a middle ground.
And it worked out for you for sure. Very consistent showing for you. Thank you so much, Liam, for joining us, and GG once again.
Thank you guys for commentating and for the restream.
Absolutely. Headed back to Vorago, finishing up his runs here. Took a little bit of a dive, but trying to show that swag, maybe a little bit of frustration doing those wall kicks. Going with a easier route upstairs, those wood blocks, the kicks up into the triple jump there.
Taking a bit of a grind, but manages to recover it and navigating pretty successfully off of those moving platforms, going into his own Bowser fight. He's definitely got a chance for a nice, pretty low to mid 56, as long as he gets those 3 throws dead on.
Let's take a look and see. All eyes on him for sure. First throw, wide right.
Not
As
even
Mario-
managing to nick that hitbox.
You could almost feel the pain in Mario's eyes as he's just staring at Bowser flying off the edge.
Yes, and that wedge, I mean, you really don't want to take off any more wedges than you have to.
Yep.
Oh no, dropping
Yep.
him again, and looks like he might actually be done.
He's going to go ahead and call it there. GG for sure. A excellent time from Liam. 50:07 is not a bad race time at all, with the nerves going and all of that good stuff. Very minor tweaks that Liam will have to continue on in this tournament.
Yup, and I mean, he's already faced Triforce in the nonstop tournament, which that matchup did not go well for him. So we'll see if he's able to overcome that mentality block, whatever's in there, whenever he faces him potentially in his next race. And I mean, really good performance from Vorago. A few major mistakes really are what held his run back, but and especially those deaths in SSL and Rainbow Ride. But ultimately, I mean, very solid performance from both of our runners today.
I agree. And speaking of mistakes, make sure not to make a mistake. Check out vi.gg where you can place bets on any of these runs going forward. We've got this 70-star tournament. You've got the Super Mario Odyssey any percent tournament, which is coming up next here shortly. And also the Super Metroid any percent tournament. Have you ever seen a Super Metroid run?
I typically try to watch the 100% map completion at GDQs, but not any percent yet. No.
It's excellent. Check that out. If you want to know what the schedule is, exclamation point schedule. For the rest of the evening, we have Super Mario Odyssey coming up next, then Super Metroid, and then Gombil versus Cheese in Triple Bingo happening tonight at 10:15 Eastern. Be sure to check that out. Exclamation point schedule, exclamation point bracket. Great races today. I've had a blast commentating with you, Electric. A pleasure as always.
Yes, of course. And same to you, Thero. I mean, anytime I get on this mic with you, it's always a pleasure. And I mean, at the end of the day, being able to just kick back and watch some 70 Star, talking with a good friend, what more could you want out of life?
I agree for sure. Thank you very much. Thank you, viewers. Thank you. Yes, I'm Jojo, the excellent restreamer of all time, working hard, keeping these streams up for you guys. Have a good evening. We'll see you here in just a bit with Super Mario Odyssey any percent action. Stay tuned.